Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob, and once again, Bianca's here.
Who, me?
Yes,
Couldn't
you.
be.
Couldn't be. Then who? But well, today we're continuing with the Thanos stories, but this one we have less Thanos and more Adam Warlock with the Infinity Entity. This one
Let's
is going
go.
to. Whoa, what was that?
I said, let's go.
Let's go. Yep, and this one we have Alan Davis taking over artwork for this. And while we'll have Ron Lim on the finale of this graphic novel trilogy, Alan Davis would stick around with Jim Starlin for except for the next one for the remaining works. But yeah, here though we're gonna finally get some answers about this Adam Warlock, as well as who is truly helping Annihilus out, and what is up with this Doctor Bultar.
I thought you were going to say, like, Dr. Baldy. And I'm like, well, obviously, because he's bald.
But yeah, we see Adam like, where am I? Perhaps a better question might be, who am I? Because I cannot remember. How do I come to find myself in such circumstances? Something feels terribly wrong about all this. Can it be that my brain is not functioning properly? And why would that not surprise me? Who might this be? What? This I know. Wait, this I know. As he's going through the Big Bang. Oh, and he's. Uh-oh. Am I about to die? Apparently not, as he reforms himself and flies off, as he comes up on Earth during the time of not long after his first encounter with Thor. Because, yeah, he's actually had an encounter with Thor, because when he first was introduced, Adam Warlock was a villain. Iron Man,
Really?
if you don't get this yellow-haired Yahoo off my back, I'll boot him for the Asgard for good. No one talks to Hulk like that. Not even Thor. Yeah, this was back when in the early days Hulk actually was more smarter than that.
Is that why he has his hands behind his back?
Yep. But yeah, he then shows up, but unfortunately he thinks it's him. That's the name that originally he went with. And he's able to grab onto the hammer. Plain to see that I will get no help from the likes of you. By Asgard, from my grasp the villain doth seize mine Uru hammer. Impossible! They fight it off, freeze time, and realizes things like he's able to deal with them very easily, even pins them with the hammer. Not able to stop anything, even Giant Man and the Wasp try to deal with him. Hold on. Yeah, that was the costume they were in.
I
He
hate Iron Man's costume so much.
he deals them all with ease and then realizes this isn't what should be happening at all. So after finding them all off and stopping them for a moment, he's like, when I depart this time and place, let all be as it was before my arrival. Let none recall my being here. How odd. Only now does it occur to me to question how I am capable of manipulating time and space in such a cavalier fashion. I just know I can. I'm certain the full restoration of my memories will answer all such vexing queries, as he reverses everything to what it was. We then see,
Actually,
what?
hold on a little bit. I actually have to use the bathroom.
All right ahead.
Did you just switch from Sprite to Coke?
No, Dr. Pepper.
Ew! Disgusting!
Okay, I'm going to have to definitely cut out that because there's going to be so much dead air.
I'm sorry.
No worries, let's continue. As we remember where we left off, that Gamora had been shot, so yeah, she's bleeding badly. Adam Warlock shows
Dang,
up.
why'd you shoot her, Robert?
Haha. She's freaking out seeing him and all that. They think, they're losing her. But thanks to him, he's actually healed her up. Not even a scar and everything, and he must have escaped Annihilus. But he's still trying to remember everything that's going on. And they're like, shoot him. He killed Warlock, but it didn't stick. Because again, Adam had to do that back during a prior event, and that's the one thing. When Starlin appreciates some of the writers who respect his work, he will keep them canon. Hence why Keith Gibbon and Dan Abbott and Andy Lanning stuff has always been kept as canon, and not something he's undone.
Okay,
He's
made
like,
respect.
yep, who is this? The in-betweener. Yes, there's an
I
actual
like
cosmic
that.
being. He looks like
He's like,
Mr. Negative, doesn't he?
what was that?
He looks like Mr. Negative, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was thinking, what's a DC one? Equinox?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I think he would have. I think it would have been great if I'm pretty sure they did black and white for the aesthetic. And I'm like, if you're the in betweener, meaning you're in between, wouldn't you be gray instead of black and white?
True, but that was back in. He was great back in the day when you used more black and white than you did gray. But yeah, he's fighting with the in-betweener, putting up a good fight, showing you again just how powerful Adam is here, and making it clear like he's trying to remove him as an aberration. But then they're able, like, okay, I give up. What does that mean? This is not a deception, not on my part. How can you not know? I'm having some difficulties with memory. Perhaps you might assist me with the problem. My task is to explore and comprehend, not inform. But my situation is clearly causing you great distress. Is it not possible that in aiding me, you might also alleviate your own discomfort? You may speak true, so I will attempt to be of assistance. Adam Warlock, where once you were singular, now you are infinite. And you and that damnable, no, this isn't working, as he's then killed into self destruction. Adam having no idea what just happened.
What the heck?
But as he flies on off trying to find Thanos, he finds his dead body. He brings it back from the limbo. So in other words, Thanos died for nothing. Yeah. Ugh. As he then continues on with his journey, then he's then following where Galactus is with his ship, but apparently Galactus is dead, slain
What
by
is
Annihilus.
that?
That's
What does that
Galactus.
mean for this world
Uh, if
or
someone
the
if they're able to
universe?
kill off Galactus, that tells you just how dangerous of a threat it is.
More than Squirrel Girl?
Yeah, it's more than Squirrel Girl, as everything is wreaking havoc. Even the Shi'ar Empire, dead. And so many other species, dead. And my desire for it was transport to Earth, but I arrived on the moon instead. Oh no, the moon has been devastated.
Man, what's the moon ever do to you?
And he soon finds Thanos. And remember what we saw in the miniseries, not the miniseries, the annual? He's then seeing all the other avatars appear as they themselves are all wiped out by seeming nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
And again, all of them seem to be wiped out, leaving him in a void as he's still trying to figure out what's going on until he makes a portal that goes through and he meets up with eternity and infinity and all the other supreme beings. What does one actually say to such a gas ghost? Speak, my once all powerful host. Why have you called me to this time and space which are no more? Because we hope to convince you to not instigate the cosmic tragedy you have and will soon unleash. We beg you to not destroy all there is and that there is. Have mercy. Me? So apparently he's the cause of it.
Ooh.
Well, we knew he was powerful, but that powerful? Answers? Divinities of incalculable might. Your acquisition bewilders. I approach you seeking sage counsel and possibly a touch of empathy, not confrontation. Do not seek to mock us, Adam Warlock, or do you play some depraved game with those you perceive to be helpless victims? No, Eternity. This being speaks without deceit. It suffers great confusion. Some terrible trauma set the order of all things out of sequence for it. Great Infinity. Is this a disorder you might be able to rectify? Time and space are life's blood, Adam Warlock. If any beings may set things right, it is eternity and infinity. Yes, the imbalance is readily identified and easily corrected. Then let us restore astral equilibrium in the hopes that it will avert the tragic fate that presently awaits us. I resist, not the divinity's ministrations, for they are my best hope for restoration and clarity. For me, great power came with even greater confusion. This may well be my only hope to sort out the twisted farce my life has become. I must trust in the divine. At first, the cure seems much harsher than the malady, but then, yes, that which was, it was, is, and shall be. My troubled spirit's calm. And he's like, I believe an explanation is in order. The Mad Titan, my reality, and I, along with your Thanos and Adam Warlock, meddled in matters beyond our full comprehension. This ill-advised exploration caused both realities to be radically altered, making them in effect uninhabitable and unsustainable. Your Titan and I thought we had somewhat mitigated the damage done, remedied the situation as best as could be hoped for. This reality was restored to the way it had been, but we believe my reality had been destroyed. We were mistaken. My dimension was actually distilled down to an extremely compact form. I am now all that once was of my reality. Within me now resides the spirit and energy of everything and everyone that once existed within my actuality, including those who were your counterparts in that plane of existence. I'm now all and everything. The term supreme comes to mind. As mighty as you might be, eternity, I am greater. And for I am also infinity and also else there is. For me, the impossible no longer exists. My conceptions and perceptions are now reality. What I desire shall be, and what be it that you wish from me. Two realities cannot survive on the same plane of existence. Your continued presence in this actuality will assure its destruction. The tragic end result have you been witnessed and cannot be denied. You shall soon cause the end of all time and space. How and why remains a mystery to even such as ourselves. To avert this disaster, you must immediately depart this reality and never again return. And go where? That is as I thought. But the situation is more complex and perilous than you grand beings think. Your perceptions are limited by your individuality. I thank you for all your assistance in clarifying these dire circumstances, but I will deal with the situation in my own manner and fashion. Which is how? Specifics are yet to be determined. Further intelligence on the matter must be required. Such a course of action is too risky for us to accept. Your options are immediate departure from this reality, self destruction, or we shall terminate your existence here and now. Really? I believe to be not but the empties of threats. Against my unity of purpose, your disjoined union is rather wanting. Begone! And so it be so. I wonder. Yes, to conceive is to realize. And he starts to realize again just how powerful and all his abilities are. But then as he heads on through, he then sees what Annihilus is doing, attacking everything. And then follows through, sees Annihilus like, I am nearly trampled by him who I seek. No, more than merely Annihilus's height and massive change. There's a new facet to the creature, something disturbingly familiar. He is evolving. His place in the universe is altering. He is exiting what some would call the norm. Annihilus is becoming much more like Thanos and myself, much like Thanos said. But it turns out he's being manipulated by someone else, as he soon meets up with the true mastermind, Doctor Bultar. But again, who is Doctor Bultar really? We shall find out in a moment.
He's secretly Robert Willing.
Nope, but someone we saw earlier. Not in this, but in one of the prior stories. Someone,
I'm
someone
trying
who's
to
had a
remember all of
long,
that.
someone who's actually had a prior history with Thanos on many occasions. Save your wild tales, villain. Word issuing from so infamous a liar as you have no worth. Your duplicity is revealed and your falsehood exposed, Dr. Bultar. Or should I instead call you? You have said more than enough, Adam Warlock. Taste hell's fire! Uh, I am omnipotence personified. If I so desire, anything I conceive becomes immediate reality. Seek to defy or deceive me is fantasy of the highest order. Perhaps, or perhaps it is your invincibility that is the lie. Then challenge me. Do your worst, deceiver. Do you truly think it is wise, Warlock, to so rashly tempt the fates with such malicious bravado? You would have me cower before cryptic yet hollow threats? Perhaps not quite as hollow as they might seem. Cry out in agony if you agree. Arr! Not quite the way you foresaw our little encounter playing out, is it, Warlock? Still hadn't fully adjusted to the old omnipotence thing, have you? And it turns out, it's Mephisto!
With the tablet.
With a tablet, yes. As he he's trying to figure things out. Looking back, I find it most bewildering how many times you mere mortals were able to outwit and defeat the Grand Master of Deceit. But that is exactly what you, the Silver Surfer, and Thanos have been able to do over and over again. None of my schemes ever proved clever enough as far as you three were concerned. It is all rather discouraging. I was finally forced to reevaluate my means and method of operation. In the end, a disturbing truth could not be denied. You can only go so far on lies. Now, don't think for a moment that I ever considered abandoning deceit. Lies are at the very heart of what magnificent Mephisto is all about. But falsehood cannot stand alone. My trickery had to be bonded with something exceedingly devastating and unstoppable. So I turned to magic. I already had some natural talent along those lines, so I figured how hard would it become to become a master sorcerer. However, I soon discovered that particular discipline required more discipline than I could muster. Spending decades to become the mere equal of your precious Doctor Strange hardly seemed worth the effort, especially whenever I returned home to Hades. There you are supreme and near invincible. Yes, but on your plane of existence, Warlock, not so much. Unfortunately, it is in your reality where all the fun is, where plots and schemes call out to be hatched and executed. Sadly, of late, all those marvelous, nefarious machinations have not proven sufficient. Once I realized mystical augmentation was not the answer, I began to search for alternatives. Sometimes one just cannot see what is directly under his own pointy nose. For Hades, I am able to from Hades I'm able to observe in the entire anything in the entire universe. No secret can be kept from me. Enlightenment only dawned once I realized that which I was seeking was not hidden. I discovered this while studying the proud and mighty Shi'ar. In their sector space, the pompous Shi'ar are inarguably the most scientifically advanced and powerful race. Few dare challenge their technological superiority, but a mere dozen galaxies over there is an even more scientifically advanced species called the Gyria. Epiphany struck once I realized I could easily steal anything I wanted from either species. One does not need have to master technology and only utilize it. Only all it took was taking on on Doctor Bultar's identity and borrowing certain teleportational advancements from the Gyrea, and I became the most renowned and sought after scientist in this space sector. I actually had quite a few candidates to choose from when selecting my dupe. It was truly surprising just how many power hungry tyrants there are out there. But in the end, there was no other choice but Annihilus. They just don't come any more powerful, dangerous, and stupid than the Bug King. He has proven almost annoyingly easy to manipulate, and all I have to put up with is his endless, empty threats concerning my death and dismemberment. Even he begins to realize he can no longer hold all this together without me. Utilizing Annihilus's rather impressive scanner array, I have continued to augment the Bug King's military might with technologies lifted from afar. It is also how I stumbled upon what you and Thanos have been up to lately. I had the advantage of distance and all those marvelous scientific toys to help comprehend exactly what the two of you were involved with. I understood within minutes what it took you and the Titans weak to perceive. Being at the very heart of that astral metamorphosis, the Titan and you were too close to fully appreciate the aberration's cosmic magnitude. You thought you witnessed two realities radically altered and then destroyed. Thanos actually believes his actuality was reconstituted exactly as it previously been. While you thought your dimension was, well, we already know this part about it. And thus, he basically revealed how he has been manipulating everything behind it all. Also, he can finally use Annihilus to wipe everything out. And it turned out this whole time, this was just his mind. His body is still sealed away. And he continues to taunt him until Adam tries to tell him, you have also been a fool, and until the end remain one. You have absolutely no idea what you are setting loose. What are you jabbering about? The end of all time and space. He basically explains how doing so, I will trigger it all. Of course, Mephisto doesn't believe him because he thinks like you're not clever enough to deceive the master of deceit, and thus he knocks him out and then talks with Blastar, back as Doctor Bultar as they head on out there all ready to deal with what to do next. And I love this. Oh, hail, Lord Annihilus. Sure, whatever. So, what'd you think about that?
I'm loving it so far.
Was that an interesting story?
Yeah.
I feel bad for this Adam Warlock, don't you?
Yeah,
He
man,
did,
this
he
guy's
didn't.
so powerful, and he just keeps having crap happen to him constantly.
Yep, definitely. But are you also interested by was Mephisto the big twist about Mephisto being involved?
That I didn't expect that at all.
But he's had run-ins with them all, and he was in that annual.
That's true.
And really, when you think about it, Mephisto is the type who could do all this. Because, yeah, Annihilus has never been that smart of an intellect. He needed Thanos to do the last Annihilation event. But yeah, but with Mephisto, it explains why he is upgraded so much. But you're looking forward to the grand finale of this first trilogy?
What was the question?
I say, you ready to see the finale of this first trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that'll be the next thing we go into Infinity Finale. We'll see you all then. Take care.
Bye.